Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to iAllegedly. Today, we're going to talk about 5 potential outcomes for stimulus as a small business owner and what could potentially happen and what you can expect. Before I get into that, please like, share, subscribe, join our email list. The link's below in the description. We have a really exciting announcement that's going to come up any day now, and you want to make sure that you're part of that. And, before I get into it, couple things. State of California, the state that I'm in, they closed unemployment benefits, whether you're self-employed, an employee, whatever, for 2 weeks because of the massive fraud. Now, I was going to do a video on this and just the craziness of the unemployment fraud, but people are down enough. People are upset because if you read the comments on the video, you'll see that people have applied months ago and got nothing. And then you get these criminals that are making rap songs and all this stuff about how they're stealing from the system. They just arrested 40 people. I had lunch with a guy today who told me about this group of people, 40 people that got arrested with $500,000 in benefits that they had taken advantage of. And there's people out there that cannot feed their kids or pay their light bill. So it's horrific. The Small Business Roundtable, wrote a letter to Nancy Pelosi, Kevin McCarthy, Mitch McConnell, and Charles Schumer. And lo and behold, it's Small Business Week this week, which I did not know, but congratulations to all of us small business owners. And first things first, if you are a member of an association right now, do not pay your association. Tell them, I'm going to wait until next year. I'm going to wait to see what you're going to do, because a lot of these associations, and I run an association, and I'm telling people don't pay for my association because we can't do what we would normally do, which would be have live events and get everybody together and get your phone to ring and do certain things that we would do by meeting and having our mixers and things like that. So we finally had one online, great turnout, but again, don't pay your association. They're going to freak out when they see that, but don't. Wait till 2021 and see what they're going to give you. But first things first is they had a laundry list of things that they want included. I'll include the link to this. They want the PPP program reopened, which is great. But the best thing about this is that they're talking about forgiveness of the PPP program. Here's the thing. I live in California. We're going to have a heat wave next week. It's going to be 100. We can still eat outside. I ate outside today. But there's people in the country right now that are having bad weather right now, which, I'm a California guy. I don't know what bad weather is. It gets 68 and, I need a sweater and a scarf. Okay. So, it's going to get cold and they're not going to have outdoor dining, which is going to dramatically affect all these small businesses. The best thing about this was that they do want more PPP money and they want more EIDL funding open to the small businesses. Now, let's get into the 5 scenarios. It's an election year, and again, I don't care which side you're on. The side I'm on is your side, which is small business. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what state you live in. I don't care what country you were born in. But the fact that you're here selling your goods, trying to make a living to feed your children and your family makes you qualified for my political party, which is the Small Business Political Party. So, option number 1 is that Congress reaches some type of agreement prior to the election. Now, here's the thing. This is going to have to be done rather quickly. Nancy Pelosi finally, here in California, we're getting news stories that, hey, the news isn't good. They're against you guys, just this incessant fighting. So they've come off their $2.5 trillion amount and they're going to submit something new. So there's a likelihood that there's going to be something that's going to be done, and it's going to include the unemployment benefit. It's going to include more PPP money. Again, we need it to include more EIDL funding, but we need the grant restored to what it was supposed to be and the lending limits so that people can go out and borrow more money. Plus, so many people, over 90% of the PPP money is already gone. And people that have borrowed that are in desperate need for it. People need this. People need they need to be able to know that they can go back to the well and get more money if they have a viable plan and if they can survive this. Now, if you're going to survive this or not. If it's just borrowing money to keep the wolves away for a little bit. It's foolish to do that. You need to have a plan. Okay. Number two is Congress agrees to something, but the president won't sign it for whatever reason. It's partisan. Here's the kiss of death. If the House submits something and they say the president's going to sign it, he better sign it, that's not going to happen. So option two, that he won't sign it, this is the kiss of death. If Trump does not come out and say, he's already said he's for stimulus, but he needs to say he's for this particular stimulus package, or there is no deal. They can waste the energy. They can talk about how they're going to fund your business and get more money for EIDL and PPP and grants and everything else. But if Trump's not going to sign it because it's got cannabis and solar energy and shenanigans in it, they're not going to do this. He won't do it. The Steve Mnuchin has said he's for it. The White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, says he's for it. And they've already talked to Nancy Pelosi, so that's the option. That's number two. Number three is the Senate passes something on its own and the House passes something on its own. Now, this has a chance of getting put together because you've got one side's wish list and one side's wish list, and then they sit down and they negotiate that. But again, the key to that is the president signing it. You could, put Coke in the drinking fountains and free houses for everybody and no electrical bill, whatever. If they don't agree to it, there is nothing there for everybody. So they've got to agree for that. And, it's an election year. Both sides want to win. I know that both sides wrong, okay? I get the hate mail from you guys. Oh, you're leaning left, and oh, you're leaning right. You're wasting your time with your keystrokes. I care about one thing, and that's getting you guys some business and getting you guys some money so that you can move forward and feed your kids, okay? The Democrats want a big package put together where they encompass everything. All the states get funding. There's COVID testing. There's no lawsuit protection. Blah 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 blah. The Republicans want a piecemeal deal that would put things together, and that's the problem that you're running into. Number fourth option is that Donald Trump takes executive action. Now, here in California, they're about to pay the third and fourth week of that $300 extra unemployment for people that are eligible for that. Now, the good and bad of that is some people are getting it, some people are not getting this money right now. And Donald Trump, most likely if you want to see that guy get reelected, if you're opposite of him, let him go to the number 4, because if he takes executive action and he fixes this himself, it's going to be on everybody's bumper sticker between now and election day. So I don't think this is a realistic option, but technically it could be an option, and he could come up with this funding so that he takes executive action, he fixes unemployment. He took executive action today, if you guys haven't seen that, in that he signed an executive order so that no matter what happens with Obamacare, any pre-existing condition is something you can't be turned down for insurance for. So that's a big deal. And here in the medical community where I'm at, this is something that's a news story. And one of my biggest competitors sent this to me today. And, he said, can you believe that this happened? Well, it's an absolute big deal. So let's get to number 5, which is the worst one, and that is nothing happens. And, here's the thing. We don't matter to everybody. We're not big business. We're the little guy. But the truth is that small business, and if you read that letter from the Small Business Roundtable, we are the lifeblood of this country. I am tired of going to businesses that I have dealt with for 20 years of my old life, and somebody called me grandpa last week, which I thought was funny. But, the shoe guy that's fixed my shoes forever is out of business because of all this. There are small businesses that have relied on, people going in there and using their services, and they are finished now forever. But also the businesses for lease now. No one's going to rent that right now. What could you put inside of a shoe store? Okay. Anyways, so if Congress doesn't do anything, because of, Justice Ginsburg right now and the new shift towards everybody talking about that and towards the Senate vote and towards how unhappy everybody's going to be. It's razor thin right now with people either being happy or unhappy or whatever. But again, There are people out there that are hurting so badly right now. And I am so sorry for each and every one of you, but please listen to me. EIDL should open. PPP should open again through all of this. But man, if you get $5 from this thing or $500,000 from this thing, have a plan on how you're going to spend it. Take a week back and negotiate everything. No one needs to be paid right now. Everything needs to be renegotiated right now, and take some advice from that. Good luck to everybody. There's going to be more this weekend. Join the email list. Again, a huge announcement. Please like, share, and subscribe. Those are the 5 scenarios for stimulus. There's nothing else, okay? I read, was at a friend's house last night, and you have to read any more? Yeah. I've only got 14 more articles to read for the stimulus update. This is everything, okay? So good luck to you guys. I will keep you posted. I've got a bunch of cool stuff coming up, but those are the 5 scenarios for stimulus. Good luck. Like, share, subscribe. I will see you very soon. Good luck to everybody. I think I covered everything. Thanks.